Hey everyone, Kaylee here with my very first question and answer video and my first ever video in Los Angeles. So it's a lot of firsts today. Really exciting to finally be filming. I'm sorry that there was a little bit of a gap in there between my videos. I basically pre-recorded a lot of stuff, but because I was really stressed out and in a hurry while I was doing all of it, it just didn't come together well, and I really liked the concepts that I filmed, so I didn't want to waste them on a bad video. So I was kind of trying to get to a point where I could refilm them all here, and that has just taken so much longer than I expected it to. So all that said, I'm sorry to have been gone. I do have at least one older video that I already pre-filmed that's going to go up this week, and then I think from then on you should be seeing new stuff from me from my new place in LA. So finally that's happening. And then the only other thing that's new that I have to tell you guys about is that I am changing my schedule around a little bit to doing 3 videos a week instead of 4, because that's just more doable for me. So I'm going to be coming to you on Sundays, which is what you're watching right now, is my Sunday Fun Day, which is where I can do anything I want on Sundays. Usually it's beauty or lifestyle related content. And then Wednesday I do a hair tutorial, whatever kind of tutorial I feel like doing that day. And then Friday is going to be a hair related video of some kind. It might be a tutorial, or it might be something education based, or like different tips and tricks on how to wear a different hairstyle, or maybe even a hairstyle lookbook. It can basically be anything that's related to hair. So that's all the housekeeping stuff. So all that said, let's just go ahead and get into some questions. How are you adapting to your new home in LA? I think pretty well. I love LA. The weather is wonderful. I love the dry heat. It's so much better because I've been raised in 100% humidity, so being here, so much better, I can't even tell you. I think I'm adjusting pretty well. The only thing that's been hard to get used to is the traffic, because it takes so much longer to do everything now. But I mean, I knew I was signing up for that when I moved here, so it's just, you know, getting used to it and everything, but overall I've really loved it so far. Are you going to be telling us which salon you'll be working at in LA? Yes, I will be telling you. I just haven't told you yet because I'm trying to get everything acclimated there. I want to go through a little bit of assisting / training before I start working on a chair, just because I'm trying to adjust to the culture and the trends in LA before I have my own chair. I just think that's going to be a little bit wiser. But definitely once I start working on my own chair and all that kind of stuff, and I can have clients come in, I'll tell you guys where I'm working so you can come in and get your hair done by me if you want to, because I think that would be super duper fun. I always love talking with my clients and just having that time with them, and I feel like it would be so much more fun if I have like a subscriber of mine in my chair. So it will eventually be a thing, just not yet. What advice do you have for aspiring hairstylists? I could do an entire video on this, and I probably will one day. But I think the 3 things as a stylist that you need to never stop doing is you need to never stop learning, you need to never stop creating, and never stop innovating. And as long as you keep doing all 3 of those things, you're gonna be alright. The thing is with hairstylists, it's easy to get burnt out, because what you don't really realize about hairstyling is that it is a customer service job, and all the things that really wear people down in the customer service industry wear us down. And if you're not really focused on the exciting and the creative and innovative side of it, you can get burnt out and tired and lazy really, really quickly. So always keep learning, always keep building your repertoire of what you can do. Always create new things, be working with the stuff that you've learned to create something, and always be innovating, because that's like the #1 thing we have to do as hairstylists. People come to us with a list of problems and we have to fix all of them with one hairstyle. And it's hard, but if you're always really, really working your brain on that, you're a lot better as a hairstylist at the end of the day, and you're really able to innovate great things. So focus on those 3 things. You should be okay. If you could be any Disney character, who would you want to be and why? I would be Rapunzel from Tangled, and I think possibly part of that is because of the hair. I don't actually know what you would do with that much hair, but you know, she has beautiful hair, so that's a thing. This was really just the first one to pop into my head when I read the questions. And I feel like I could probably say Ariel or Mulan as well. I like the really sassy princesses, I guess. But I like Rapunzel the best because I think she's just very positive, and she treats everyone equally and kindly, and she also goes after what she wants, and she kind of kicks butt in her own way. I feel like Mulan was my second choice because she kind of became part of an army and saved China, which is huge, but I feel like if you put Rapunzel in the same position, she would have done the same thing, so that's my justification. I just think she's more happy-go-lucky and caring and kind than Mulan was, so that's why I picked her. I put a lot of thought into that question. What's you and your husband's children plan? Alright, this was asked more than anything else, and it's asked on random videos, like my hair tutorials. People want to know about children, and I'm like, alright, I realize that I'm married and you expect the next thing that happens after marriage is babies, and I get that, But you know, we got married pretty young, and we kind of see it as we have a couple years to kind of get settled, get our careers going and everything before children. So that's what we're doing. We still have another couple years before we're gonna start trying for children. And then we're kind of going for like 2 or 3 as far as kids go. We'll just see what happens, and of course there could always be surprises, you never know, between, you know, now and then, and if that does happen, we'll be extremely happy for that. But that's just kind of like the general plan that I feel like I'm comfortable sharing on the internet. How many times do you practice a hairstyle before you make a tutorial? It really depends on the hairstyle. Usually it's something that, or a lot of times tutorials I do are on hairstyles that I've worn a couple times on my own. So it's not that I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna have to do this today. It was like, oh, I like that hairstyle, I want to wear it. And then I wear it a couple times and then I'm like, oh, I should make a tutorial on it. So that, you know, it kind of just depends. I always practice at least 2 to 3 times before I film it, just to kind of like get any of the kinks out or kind of like refine the steps a little bit. And then if it's a harder hairstyle or one that I really feel like I can get more streamlined, I'll practice it more often until I get to that point where I feel really comfortable with it. If you could have your hair look any way but then go back to normal the next day, what would it be? I want to chop my hair off. I honestly want to chop my hair off. And if I could like do that and then it would be back to this length the next day, I would totally do it. Because I want to know what I look like with short hair. I really just want to know. I keep thinking about like getting a wig that's shorter so that I could like style it and use it for tutorials, but I feel like that would be weird, so I haven't done it. But anyway, that like the long bob thing that's been popular for a while now, like years now, where people like have that kind of blunt thing that's chopped to about their collarbone and then just a couple little layers in here. I feel like I would love to do that. Or I would do a little bit higher, like just grazing my shoulders, and super choppy, short, really movement filled layers in here. Either one, absolutely. I also would do a pixie cut. So any of those 3. I would do like a J Law style pixie cut where she has like the longer stuff, because I feel like that would frame my face a little better. But anyway, I would basically chop my hair off if given the opportunity. Like, I love my hair, don't get me wrong. I just really want to experience shorter hair because I've never had it. How do you wear your hair to bed? I included this one because it got asked like 6 or 7 times. I wear my hair in a braid to sleep, and it just depends on what I feel like doing because I have some shorter layers that don't fit into a braid. So some nights I'll just leave those down and like around my face, or some nights when I don't want to have anything in my face, I'll just do like a French braid that starts like around my ear height so it gets all these short layers in, and wear it in a braid that way. I find that it gets my hair out of my face, but it doesn't cause as much breakage or like neck pain as doing a ponytail or like a bun would. So that's why I do that. It does leave a little bit of crimping on my hair because my hair is naturally straight. It just kind of depends on what you want with your hair, but that's what works for me. What is the most daring thing you wish you could do to your hair but have always chickened out on? Well, I, like off and on for the last couple of years, have wanted to dip dye my hair, and I almost did it when I started cosmetology school a couple of years ago. I was literally like about to do it, and then I chickened out on it, mostly because I was getting married a couple months later, and like I was planning to just chop the colorful tips off, but then I was afraid it would be chopping too much hair off, and I just wimped out. But I would totally do that. I'm still really seriously thinking about buying a set of extensions so I can dip dye the ends, and that way I can at least pretend like I have dip dyed ends, because I don't, like I want it, but I don't want it bad enough to actually do it. So that's probably why I keep chickening out on it. But that's probably the most daring thing that I've thought about doing and I've always chickened out on. Okay, so that's it guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you guys again on Wednesday with my next video. Mwah!